Hello and good evening, meteorologist Mike Adcock with an update on Typhoon Hagupit nearing landfall there in Eastern Samar in the eastern Philippines. This briefing is based on the 9 Zulu Japan Meteorological Agency advisory from the 6th of December, as well as information through 12 Zulu. Taking a look at satellite imagery, we do see the eye starting to make landfall or approach landfall there in Eastern Samar, in and around the Dolores area. Convection has been rolling across Samar, as well as portions of Leyte, Bohol, Cebu, and Negros, as well as other regions throughout the Visayas and Luzon throughout the evening. One thing that we have noted is it's starting to take on a little bit more of a ragged appearance. It's starting to lose some of its strength as it nears landfall. Do want to emphasize, though, that although it is starting to weaken, this is still a very powerful storm. Already getting a lot of reports of power outages throughout the Visayas as this system makes its way westward. Latest Dvorak analysis from about 9 Zulu showed this. The eye was becoming very ragged, as we could see here on satellite. The convection was starting to wane a bit. So as a result, the data T, the objective numbers on its intensity, were down to about 5.5. However, the current intensity is held at 6.0 per the rules. We tend to delay weakening a system as we're still conserving some energy and letting that vorticity run its course. Again, at 1700 or 5 p.m. Philippines time, the center of circulation was 90 kilometers east of Dolores, or 185 kilometers east of Calbayog City. It is moving west or just slightly south of west at 13 kilometers per hour. We've been seeing some jogs slightly north, slightly south, but general motion of westerly. Winds have decreased now to 175 kilometers per hour with gusts up to 250, and the pressure up to 930 hectopascal. Public storm warning signals have been posted across a chunk of central Philippines right now. The areas highlighted in red, this includes eastern Visayas, or predominantly Samar, as well as southeastern Bicol. Do want to emphasize that anybody there in low-lying areas, keep an eye out for flash flooding. Conversely, those in the mountainous areas should be advised of landslides. As the storm makes its way inland, these areas could see storm surge up to 4.5 meters. That's really going to be in and around the Dolores area. But taking a look at advisories from Pagasa, a lot of locations there in Samar, you're going to see storm surges possibly up to a meter and a half. That's going to inundate most people, and definitely do damage. So if you're close to the shoreline, definitely be advised of that. Highlighted in yellow or in orange, that's going to be signal 2. That does include more of the Visayas, as well as like Capiz and Aklan, northern Cebu, including Cebu City. Those folks also, anybody near the low-lying areas, flash flooding is going to be a concern for you. Mountainous areas, landslides will be of concern. And then areas highlighted in orange or in yellow, that's going to be signal 1. Occasional rains, gusty winds for the time being. Of course, as the storm makes its way westward, we're going to see signals being posted, raised up as the storm makes its journey west. Bottom line, looking at very heavy, torrential at times with regards to the rainfall. 30 millimeters per hour. Could see locations across northern Visayas and southern Luzon seeing rain totals up to 300 millimeters or a foot of rain. And this is going to last for the next few days, throughout the weekend and into next week, as this storm is making very slow progress to the west. This is the latest radar imagery out of Pagasa. You do see the eye wall starting to make landfall there in Dolores. So looking for some really poor conditions throughout the evening. You're going to get that break. I do emphasize, don't go out during the eye. Just stay inside, because those winds will switch around and come howling in extremely quickly. In terms of the surface analysis, really not a whole lot to talk about at this point. Still tracking this large area of high pressure moving out of China. That's keeping this storm system blocked and off toward the west. Still some variance in terms of the track as we go over to JMA. Still looking at Samar and then making its way toward Mindoro over the next few days. Well south of the Mega Manila area. However, you're going to see torrential rainfall as the storm system makes its way through. Here's Pagasa's track a little bit further north. That takes it closer to Manila as we get late into the weekend and early into next week. And then here's JTWC's track closer yet, taking landfall there in Batangas, creating some very poor conditions there in Laguna, as well as Cavite and the National Capital Region. But I do want to emphasize, there is a lack of consistency or agreement with the forecast agencies. These are not models. These are actual meteorologists from various agencies, and you're seeing there is a spread. So still, a lot of folks need to keep an eye out with the progress of this system. Do want to pull up a couple observations for you, Guillen. Right now, heavy rainfall out there. Do want to emphasize the wind speeds, though. Right now, sustained at 126 kilometers per hour. So very, very powerful system. That's going to be doing a lot of damage, bringing in a lot of storm surge. Note the pressure there at 992.8 hectopascal. It's a little bit lower as we go toward the capital city there in Eastern Samar, where our pressure is down to 988 hectopascal. Again, heavy rainfall, and that's going to be the concern. We're going to be seeing a lot of high rainfall totals overnight and into tomorrow as this storm makes landfall. Keep it posted over at westernpacificweather.com. We're going to continue to monitor the progress of this storm, both on the website as well as on social media. So if you're not, if you haven't liked us or followed us or subscribed, please do so. And we'll also be joining on the conversation at storm2k.org. Thank you all for tuning in. Please be safe out there and take care.